take all games or
It's one game. You win or go home.
is showing up every day, only figuring out how we're going to win.
There could be. It's postseason. You know, anything can happen.
I don't think like we're going to ever lose another game again.
안녕하세요, 이영미입니다. 지금 여기는 LA 다저스타디움입니다. 지금 뒤에서는 다저스타 선수들이 내일 와일드카드 결정전을 앞두고 훈련을 하고 있는데요. 이미 세인트루이스 카디널스 선수들은 다 훈련을 마치고 들어갔습니다. 오늘 훈련에 앞서서 양 팀의 선발 투수들이 인터뷰를 가졌었죠. 웨인라이트 또 맥스 슈어저 선수 많이 소개가 됐지만 웨인라이트와 맥스 슈어저 선수의 나이를 합하면 77세입니다. 한 선수는 40세, 한 선수는 37세. 어떻게 보면 정말로 이 메이저리그의 베테랑 선수들이 맞붙는 단판 승부라고 할 수 있는데요. 그러다 보니까 어느 때보다도 각오가 정말 대단합니다. 웨인라이트나 슈어저 선수가 이런 절박한 상황에서 경기에 나선 경험이 많이 있었을 거예요. 그럼에도 내일 경기에 따라서 한 팀은 샌프란시스코로 가고 한 팀은 모두 다 집으로 돌아가서 겨울을 비시즌을 맞아야 되는 그런 상황이 됩니다. 그러다 보니까 오늘 세인트루이스 선수들도 이례적으로 굉장히 훈련을 많이 했어요. 타격도 많이 훈련했고 특히 수비 훈련에 더 집중을 하는 모습을 보였고요. 지금 다저스 선수단 여기가 홈이기 때문에 훨씬 더 편한, 좀 더 여유 있는 마음가짐으로 훈련에 임하지 않을까 싶습니다. 훈련에 앞서서 부상으로 이제 발표가 된 커쇼 선수랑 또 맥스 먼시 선수 둘이 대화를 나누는 모습도 볼 수 있었는데요. 커쇼 선수는 스트레칭이나 이런 건 다 참여를 하고 있네요. 지금 아메리칸 리그 보스턴 레드삭스와 이 양키스 경기가 펼쳐지고 있을 것 같은데 과연 내일 내셔널리그 와일드카드는 어떤 결과가 나올지 정말 저도 긴장이 되고 기대가 됩니다. 내일 결과에 따라서 김광현 선수의 입지도 이제 달라질 것 같은데요. 훈련 끝나고 잠시 만나서 좀 긴 대화를 나눴는데 아직까지 선수들도 잘 모른다고 하더라고요. 와일드카드 결정전에 로스터가 어떻게 될지는 잘 모른다고 하는데 본인 말로는 만약에 세인트루이스가 포스트 시즌에 가게 된다면 기회가 있지 않을까 하는 그런 기대를 갖고 있는 것 같습니다. 하여튼
afternoon. Sorry. But it is interesting how baseball works sometimes. You know, just you can never get too comfortable in any lead against these great teams you play in the postseason.
How much pride do you take in this start? What does it mean to you for your team to try?
Well, I mean, I kind of consider all postseason games that way. I mean, I know they're not all the same. In a way, there's so much momentum that goes with each and every start that's in the postseason. I treat them all like a win or go home. You know, I've tried to do that with every start of my whole career. Also, just treat it with that same level of urgency and big gameness. You know, whether it's April 17th or it's October 17th. You know, I try to treat them the same, but.
There's definitely experience. I think you draw on all your postseason experiences, especially in elimination games as well. It's one game. You win or go home. Every pitch, you're always on pins and needles in these situations, and you just got to be calm, cool, and collected and go out there and execute and go out there and just pitch your best and pitch your game.
Pretty good. You know, it is a long season, so I mean that we thought about maybe trying to get in a game at the end, but it just made so much more sense to get everything, you know, completely ready for this game. Yeah, I've been doing it all year. I trust them immensely. You know, to guys behind me, I don't think I've played on a team that's this talented on the defensive side of the ball. Just our outfield is certainly the fastest that I've ever been a part of. It covers the most ground, good jumps, good reads. You know, diving plays all year long for me. We got Gold Glovers everywhere in the infield. I mean, our defense is special. I mean, there's just no way of, you know, getting around that. We have incredible defenders, and why would you not trust those guys?
No. Look, you have to win your division. We didn't win our division. There's no crying in baseball. So we're in second place. We're in the wild card game.
How intense is going to be this wild card?
The ball always seems to find a way to have weird bounces in these situations. You get in these games and something happens. You just got to be ready for it. You can't ride the emotional roller coaster because there's going to be some unbelievable highs and some unbelievable lows, and you just got to ride through it knowing that you got to be consistent and just go out there and play good baseball and, you know, never let the situation get to you. Always just worry about the next pitch no matter what's just happened.
Well, I think more than anything, the last year and a half, the last 2 years, last two seasons, and really the last 2.5 seasons, it was an understanding finally of who I was as a pitcher. It's kind of putting my ego behind me and just doing whatever it was necessary, whatever it took to win that game. The first half of 19, I tried to do a lot of different stuff, tried to pitch like a lot of different pitchers, tried to pitch up in the zone a lot and spray the ball around, and it just wasn't, you know, who I was as a pitcher. I can do that, but it's not where I need to live. Kind of understanding where my body has kind of took a turn, not for the worse, but just different than when I was a younger player. I never have thrown as hard as everyone thinks I threw. I've never been a fireballer, never been a blazer, never sitting 95 miles an hour, and just never has been me. You can check my average fastball from every year in my career, even when like 2007, my first year starting, was like pretty close to this year's average fastball actually. But the hardest I think I ever averaged on fastball in a year was 92, and that was in 2013. So I just never have been the fireballer. But taking that back even further and understanding that it's okay to not throw 100 miles an hour because, you know what, everybody else does anyways. So maybe me throwing softer is kind of an outlier. I'm not trying to throw it soft. It's just the way it comes out. I would love to throw the ball 100 miles an hour. It just doesn't happen. So I have to be comfortable with who I am in my own skin and go out and get the most out of my own ability.
Yeah, I got out of how I was delivering the baseball. I mean, first off, let me give credit to both the Rockies and the Padres. You know, they both put great at B's against me. You know, for me facing the Padres, I was a fifth time facing the Padres, so I wasn't fooling them anymore. They knew everything that I was going to throw at them, and so, you know, I still think there was things I was doing that. I wasn't getting the ball to the locations I needed to. I wasn't locating, you know, with all my pitches. And so, you know, when I'm off with a couple of pitches, then, you know, it just opens up holes in my game to where when I do make mistakes, they get burnt. So, you know, saying that, you know, I was able to, you know, look at the video, you know, come up with a good plan of what I wanted to do, attack mechanically for me, what I see. Worked on it over the past week. The ball feels really good coming out of my hand, and now it's just go out there and compete. It's postseason. You know, anything can happen.
Yeah, definitely. It was a fun time, and, you know, just guys, for the first time, guys looking at each other going, yeah, I don't think like we're gonna ever lose another game again. You know, that was a great thing to hear several people say that. Like, it feels like we're going to win every day. And then I look at them and say, and that is what a winning club feels like when they show up to the park. That is what championship teams feel like. They feel like when they show up to the park, the preparation of work and all the stuff that they've done is going to prepare them, and they're going to win that game. That's the mojo they go into those games feeling like. And when you're on losing teams or teams who aren't really sure about their identity or their success potentially, they come to the park wondering what that's going to look like. Are we going to win today? You know, what's going to happen when this guy takes the mound, rather than we're going to find a way to win. And that's what we were at mentally, and that's what we're going to try to continue in this postseason, is showing up every day, only figuring out how we're going to win.
Yeah, I mean, you know what's at stake. You know the schedule. You know everything that's going on. I mean, nothing's surprising anybody. You know, at some point in time, everybody, you know, this team, we're all going to get challenged. You're going to be in a situation where you're in a win or die situation, and so you got to go out there and just play confidently. Been in these situations before. You know, I've been on both sides of the coin, how it comes out of it. You just got to go out there and compartmentalize everything and just stick with your game plan and stay within the moment, and never try to get too high or too low within the moment. There's definitely experience. I think you draw on all your postseason experiences, especially in elimination games. It's one game. You win or go home. Every pitch, pins and needles in these situations, and you just got to be calm, cool, and collected, and go out there and execute, and go out there and just pitch your best and pitch your game.
Not anymore. Nothing's cool about that team over there right now to us. They had a great regular season. They're a very tough team. Albert's a great friend, but right now we're fighting. We'll make up afterwards, but we're fighting right now. Yeah, one games are tough, man. It's because you play a whole season to get into the postseason, and this is the postseason, but it's anything can happen in one game. So we've been a part of a couple wild card games, and it's a harsh atmosphere out there. You know, there's a lot on the line. Winner take all games are. We would have liked to have won our division and not have to do that, but here we are. So we're glad to be here.
여러분, 어느 팀 응원하십니까? 세인트루이스입니까? LA 다저스입니까? 저는 그냥 중립을 지키겠습니다. 네, 모두 응원하는 마음으로 내일 경기 지켜봐 주시기 바랍니다. 지금까지 LA 다저스타디움에서 이영미였습니다.